This video was made as a joke, only a joke, and nothing but a joke. Now, I'm sure a lot of people who have been watching Battlebots are wondering, where the hell has the controversy gone? There's no controversy anymore. We need some controversy. We are craving some controversy. Well, let me tell you guys, the controversy left Battlebots and went to go to a new place. A place called Battlebots War Machines. And let me tell you, there's some wild decisions out there that are made. I swear, the one I'm about to talk about is a fucking ride and a half. I swear to God, I think I found my new drug of all time, even though I don't do drugs. This is pretty much a drug. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a video about one of the worst decisions made in that series, and then I'm going to talk about how bad it is, and why the judges who voted for the winner of that are not thinking straight. So, today I'm going to be talking about the Wheelie Big Cheese versus Nightmare decision. And since this isn't technically a BattleBots series, well, it is, but it's not owned by Discovery or ABC or Comedy Central, I can show the video to this, and I'm going to point out everything that doesn't make sense about it. Alright, so Wheelie Big Cheese starts it off with a flip here. Now, as you can see, Nightmare can recover from these flips. Now, you can see Nightmare's bouncing around a bit from this. He's bouncing off its weapon. Now, this Nightmare probably didn't have enough time to get counted out, but I feel like it should have gotten counted out, as weapon usage of moving isn't really translational movement. But now you can see Nightmare is now getting some hits in, but Wheelie Big Cheese is still attacking Nightmare as always. Now, this is pretty much how the entire fight goes. Wheelie Big Cheese gets a lot of flips on Nightmare, and Nightmare only does damage because of how long that blade is. And, I mean, at the end, Nightmare does do some damage and manages to toss Wheelie Big Cheese around a few times, but it's mainly because how the hazards affected Wheelie Big Cheese. See, as you can see here, Nightmare is able to do a bit of damage here, and Wheelie Big Cheese does recover for the most part, but the problem is that how Wheelie Big Cheese is taking damage is that it's getting taken damage from the hazards, and Nightmare is taking advantage of that. But as you can see, Wheelie Big Cheese is still dominating this for the most part. You can see that he's flipping it around and just taking him wherever he wants him to. Just like that. And yeah, Nightmare does get this one hit that I will admit was probably the best hit it gave. But, I mean, it was still a weird hit, nonetheless. And the fight ends in a split decision given to Nightmare. Green Square and Porinog gave Nightmare the win, and Nate voted for Wheelie Big Cheese. Now, first of all, what is the judging criteria for this? Because it has never been explained at all. So we would never really know exactly how it is scored and how exactly is it an agreeable decision or is it a disagreeable decision, or is there even a scoring criteria? Or are you just going off by who you think won? Now, BattleBot Nate had the right idea. He may be trash at Among Us, but he's certainly good at judging robots. Porinog, clearly all those retro games have gotten to his head recently, and it seems like BattleBot's judging is doing him in. As for Green Square, it seems like the podcasts with me all the time are giving him PTSD or something. as it's hurting him in BattleBots judging. There's also another judge called Daily Dose of BattleBots, which I don't remember judging this. If he or she judged this episode, I'm not gonna assume genders, but I don't know if Daily Dose judged or not. But so since I don't really know the scoring criteria of this, I'm just gonna go based off of the how judging works in BattleBots 2020. 6-point damage, 6-point damage. I'm so confused. Oh wait, no, 5-point damage. 5-point damage, 3-point control, 3-point aggression. Jesus, I am stupid at figuring this out. Damage, I'll give 4-1 Nightmare because I mean that's kind of obvious. I mean, in fairness, Nightmare didn't take any real damage. It's besides the flipper. Plus, flippers don't really do that much damage. So, I mean, yeah, I'd give 4-1 Nightmare for damage. As for control, I'd say I'd pretty much say 2-1 control for Big Cheese because I mean, yeah, Big Cheese had some control issues at the latter half of the match because it got jumped up by the screws or something, but and Nightmare took advantage of that. So I'd say 2-1 Big Cheese is probably where I'd say they should be right now. Which that puts us at currently 4-3 right now. So it all goes down to aggression. And I can safely say, well, wait, no, not 4-3, 5-3. I am sorry for not counting correctly. But I have to give all 3 points of aggression to Big Cheese. I mean, they were constantly going after Nightmare the entire time. Nightmare was on its head for, like, majority of the round, so it couldn't really be aggressive towards the other robots. So, yeah, I'm going to have to give the win to Big Cheese 6-5 split decision. I don't know how this is, how Green and Pori thought this was right, but whatever. Nate's a smart guy, though. Like I said, he's not good at Among Us, but he's sure good at judging fights like this. So, yeah, that's about it. See ya.